We hope you haven't sold your soul to the devil, because this week we're talking about Cuphead, the indie development game Cuphead, and the SNES Classic Edition. This is the North American version, not the PAL version. PAL, well,
UK, Europe.
Well, true, Japan or Europe.
Stay tuned for more.
They told me, son, you're special. You were born to do great things. You know what? They were right.
Is this me?
Now, would you kindly find a crowbar or something?
We seek, run.
Oh, Hal, you read me?
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so.
This is a very good conversation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Nerd Confessions, our safe haven where we discuss everything nerdy, geeky, techie, and whatever I feel like. It's been a week since our last confession, but before we jump right into it, we'd like to remind our listeners that you can follow us and find our previous episodes on, yeah, you know that.
Our website.
Yeah, I know, nerdconfessions.net.
.net.
And then, you know, all the other social media junk.
Ooh.
I'm Ellie, the moderator for this episode, and I'm joined by Sohail.
What's up?
William.
Hi.
And that's, oh yeah, Tommy.
Womp, womp, womp. Hello.
In this episode, we'll be talking about the 5 most recent nerd topics important to us. And we'll be discussing the 1930s cartoon-inspired side-scroller boss rush game, Cuphead. And a little bit about the SNES Mini,
The SNES.
Classic Edition.
Out.
Yeah.
Stick around toward the end of the episode to hear some of our listeners' confessions. Or maybe we'll skip that today. We'll see. If you want to send us a confession, you can email us at contact@nerdconfessions.net or send us a tweet. Or even like a direct message in Instagram. We might see that.
Ooh, I like direct messaging.
Yeah.
Direct messaging for the win.
Lots of noise on Instagram.
Is it called
for sure.
DM or PM?
There's a lot of noise on Twitter.
It's direct. It's DM now.
There's a lot of noise on Twitter.
But it's also PM
Yeah,
depending
a lot
on
of
where
noise.
you are.
Yeah, so sometimes it's hard to see your guys' stuff.
Directly or privately.
That's scary. Anyways, let's just talk about what you people did. We will start with Sohail.
I watched Batman the Killing Joke with my mom,
Oh, that's cute.
and she's like, what is this? And I was like, it's Batman. She's like, Batman is
Was it
really
the
weird.
first time you saw it?
With my mom, yeah. I saw it before with like Encore, I think.
Oh, really?
But it was really weird because I forgot there was a sex scene in it.
Oh, that must have been awkward.
Yeah, I was like, well, my mom was like, there's sex in cartoons. I was like, oh, yeah.
It's honestly better if you cut out the whole like half portion of it. But I mean, they had to make it a movie length feature length.
Yeah,
It'd just be like 30 minutes if they made it just the comic book strip.
it was a little draggy for my mom even. She's like, it's kind of dragging. I was like, I know it's gonna get her better watch. It did. It was good. Finished the raid with William. Actually finished the last boss together.
Yay! Finally,
What?
A Destiny 2.
That must be nice.
We'll do it with you.
you have a lot of work ahead of you.
There's a lot of work. I mean, it wasn't difficult. It just takes people that you know. William also says the same thing. Is just you need people to know what they're doing. That's it. Everyone needs to carry their weight. It can't be done singularly.
Oh,
There's no way you can solo that raid.
unlike Crota, yeah. Crota is so broken, but this one,
Yeah.
it's like Oryx. You have to work together, otherwise you're screwed.
Yeah. Played a little bit of my SNES, but very little even, and that's about it.
No, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's hear what Tommy has to say.
About?
I don't know.
Oh, you mean what I did this week?
Let's hope he did something new.
Let's see what he's got to say. Okay. I played a bunch of Ark. I watched the season finale of Hero Academia.
Surprise,
I'm
surprise.
waiting for the next season.
No more Hero Academia now?
No, I'm actually kind of disappointed. I really like it.
Oh.
I have to wait until. I mean, they're saying it's been renewed, so we have to see. I think they have the issue that most animes have, where the manga is ahead, or not that far ahead, so they have to give it some space.
Mango?
Speaking of mangas or manga or whatever.
Mango?
Not mango.
One Piece.
Mango.
One Piece is getting really good, and I've been trying to keep up with it.
Are you watching it or reading it? The show or are you watching? Are you reading?
I
the
was
manga?
watching the show for the longest time, and then I stopped. But I was constantly reading it ahead because it's way ahead. Because it comes out on a weekly basis.
Yeah, Shonen Jump, right?
Yes. Whereas the anime sometimes takes a break or there's filters and whatnot. Surprisingly, there's not that many filters in One Piece compared to most.
What do you mean by
animes.
filters?
Like there's filler episodes and stuff.
Okay, fillers. Okay, yeah. There's plenty of those in anime and manga books.
Well, not the mangas, but way more so in the animes. To give it some
all
space.
about filling in time.
You know what's crazy about the Shonen Jump? Have you got a Shonen Jump before? You bought a Shonen Jump?
Like a long time ago.
It's like the shittiest paper. Like literally, it's like
Yeah, it
toilet
is.
paper.
What kind of paper?
The paper,
Like
really
literally, it's like one ply more than toilet paper, and like flat and crap.
What do you use it for?
Yeah, they just use it for their
Sure,
mangas
like
because they use
Oh.
recycled paper. But then you can buy a special edition of it, and it'll be like those small little the manga books. They're really nice paper. Those are the ones that people they don't read. They read it in the shonen, but then they get the special one, and then it's like, okay, this is my little collector's edition. Then
Yeah.
it's just so they can read it later if they want to read
Those
it.
are the ones you'll see in bookstores.
Right. The Shonen Jumps are also in like different colors too, like red, green, blue
Yeah.
paper.
But that's really about it.
Good job.
I mean, I
proud
haven't
of
really
you.
done much this week. Been working.
I'm proud of you.
You didn't watch Batman?
No.
So you watched Batman in the beginning.
Did you go outside
I
into
don't know
the
what
sun?
that is.
Did you go out into the sun?
I've been out in the sun way too much.
Oh, okay. That's
Nice.
good. That's good.
That's why I haven't been
Vitamin
able to watch
D.
stuff.
Got to get that vitamin D.
Yep. All right. Let's hear what William has to say.
Well, Ellie, I'm glad you're so excited about what I have to say because I'm talking about Destiny 2. I finished the raid like just with so.
Wait,
like
what?
I
You
said.
finished the raid?
Yeah, I finished it.
Let me guess.
Now that I finished it that one time, I ran through it
Let me guess.
one
You
more
got a
time.
platinum?
I did get a platinum, and
Ta-ding!
that was like one of the last things I had to get for the platinum. In addition to doing the Nightfall Prestige difficulty.
How
which is hard
many?
mode.
How many platinums do you have now?
16 million.
34, 33.
God
I
damn.
don't know.
He keeps track of it.
Is there a world?
Just
Is there a
look at it.
It
world?
only started.
Is
It
there
only
a-
started the rage whenever him and Ryan got in a rush with each other. That's the only reason it started.
Is
No,
there a
I've
record?
always liked getting him.
You only had 4 when you started, right?
It's because I
Then Ryan started, and then you're like, "I will beat you now." And then all of a sudden, nowhere, he's like 34.
Has he
no, I had
surpassed him
I had
by
like
a lot?
12. I had like 12 or 13 at that time.
But then he had 21.
But I was also in the middle of Xbox and PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4. PlayStation 3 wasn't my main console last generation. It was Xbox 360. So if you look at like my 100% on Xbox 360, that's where the majority of it went. But now the majority of my like 100% are going to PS4 instead of
Got
Xbox
it.
One.
Is there a world record somewhere of like the most platinums ever?
Yeah,
How many?
How many is it?
but their accounts have been hacked and they lost all their trophies. Just
Well, how many was it?
I don't know. I don't really care because I'm not trying to compete with something. It's just like my own little score thing. I
Well, come
enjoy.
on, man. Go
I
hard or
don't
go
really
home.
care.
You got to be the best
I don't care.
that ever was.
I also played Cuphead. One boss away from finishing World 1.
Me
and
too.
I watched.
What a weird dinky.
I watched Gotham season 3, which
How many
I don't
seasons
like.
are?
I think there's three seasons.
Oh.
I don't like it, but I continue to watch it.
I'm surprised it's continued, to be honest.
Me too. I don't like it at all. I
thought
don't
it was
like
gonna
how
die
they're
in the first
butchering all the
season.
characters.
But you're 3 seasons in.
I know.
That's a lot of time wasted.
I watch it in the background of video games as I up my faction rep. I watch it in
AKA,
Destiny
he
2.
doesn't really
The
pay
thing is,
attention.
when Will watches shows, sometimes you miss things. I've noticed when we talk about Game of Thrones. You're like, what happened? I was like, yeah.
Well, it's because of all the names and
Wait,
stuff.
who was in
There's-
it?
There's so many characters in that; it's hard to follow.
Yeah,
like
I know.
shows like Iron Fist and things like that are a lot easier to follow.
Right.
But there's so many people. I know the faces, but I don't know all the names.
It's good. It's good. You can do both, though. That's all I have to say.
Because I can't. At all.
So that's all I did, Ellie.
Good for you. All right, let's talk about news.
What did you do?
Oh, I did things, huh? Not very many
Yeah.
interesting things.
Did you? What is this weird bird that you bought?
Oh, I have a lot of show and tell today.
What is it?
Oh, what do you have?
So much show and tell. Okay. So, well, first I'll talk about what I did, and then we'll show and tell. I played Breath of the Wild. Surprise, surprise.
That's a
Wow.
surprise.
I played so much. You know how, like, I don't know if you remember, or Sohail, if you've seen it, when you get the update where you can see everywhere you've been.
Uh-huh.
And then there's that bar at the bottom that shows how much you can fill.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost filled.
Of how much you walked?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So what you're trying to say is you
It's
walked,
like once I don't know what happens once it's filled. I don't know what happens.
you put it down.
Does it start all over?
You know,
Does
you
it
just put the
like
game
not
down,
let
you
me
walk
see
away.
any more progress? I don't know. I'll find out soon.
You
Once
broke
it's full,
the
it's
game.
full.
Like, you're gonna break the game.
Stop. No.
You played it beyond capacity.
Okay.
Maybe
And I played what?
maybe you'll get a special suit or something.
You get like platinum.
Would that be funny?
Wouldn't it be
It's
like
did
weird?
get
Maybe you get
something?
instead of that
Some
you get like some
achievement?
tore up sandals because it looked like you walked everywhere.
Sandals.
Because you walked everywhere, your sandals are all torn up.
It's gonna weird me out so much when you're playing Skyrim and you look at yourself with the Link costume from Breath of the Wild and the Master Sword. It's gonna look so weird.
I know that people modded it to do that in the PC versions.
That's weird.
It's gonna be
You're gonna
really
like
weird
Skyrim.
looking.
If you like this, you're gonna like Skyrim a lot.
Yeah, I should get Skyrim. We should get you Skyrim on Nintendo Switch. You'll really like it.
Because you can cook. You can't cook meat, but you can like cook people on fires.
What?
But they don't really cook.
amazing.
They just die.
It's kind of like a more realistic Breath of the Wild, kind of a little bit.
Is it like Ark?
Yeah.
It doesn't have as much charm.
It's like Ark, but it doesn't have
The building aspect, right?
aspect at
That's
all.
what I like about Breath of the
But you
Wild.
do get to build his
It's
house.
Charm.
Yeah,
Like, honestly, like
might
all the
try it.
little things.
It has its own
cute.
charm. It has its own charm.
If you like Ark, you're gonna love Skyrim. Skyrim is really fun. Like you just walk up to somebody in the city and just like smack them with a sword and they'll die.
Yeah, I've gotten more into PvP, so I might actually enjoy that a lot.
What is
more
that?
now. Player versus player?
Oh, I thought you were talking about some like sex stuff. All right.
What?
And then I play Cuphead too. Like I think I'm gonna be addicted to it. I have a feeling.
Uh-oh.
I was wishing it would come out. I forgot that it was only for Xbox. I was wishing it was going to come out for Switch.
Ellie and
Yeah,
I
I was hoping for Switch.
Yeah, Ellie and I aren't masters of boss games or side scrollers, and it took us we were playing it for almost 4 hours,
Yeah. Did we
and we didn't complete the first world yet.
we
We're
need
one
one
boss
more.
away from completing the first world, but the
it's
challenge
slower.
is what makes it fun for me.
And it's just like we'll talk about it later, but yeah, it's just
There's an
a
incentive.
lot of things I
Yeah,
like
we'll talk
about
about
this
later.
game. Oh, and I finally finished watching Daredevil, the Netflix series.
It's good, huh?
It's really good, and I was telling William that if I hadn't watched Defenders first before I watched Daredevil, I think I would have been very frustrated with the ending
Of which the season?
of the second season
Oh, okay.
because it's so open ended.
Yeah, I think
You
they
don't
did
know
it
what
on
happened.
purpose. They're trying to build off of it. I think.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my gosh!
I think that's
if
part
I-
of why people are so excited for
Did
Defenders.
you enjoy The
Yeah.
Punisher?
Yeah, he was pretty interesting. I liked
He's
him.
getting his own show.
He's getting
so
his own
it's
show, and his trailer looks really
I
good.
don't know how. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. Like towards the end of season 2, where he was in, obviously the whole thing. I felt like it just the whole for my family, you kill my family, you kill my family. Okay, yeah, we get it. Just
That's
stop.
his whole thing.
That's his
It's,
motive.
it's like Batman, except
Like
his
I
family.
didn't feel.
And ironically,
it
it looks like
enough,
Batman
I
in the
just-
trailer.
I don't know. I started to not feel as sorry for him.
That's why he's so
anymore.
powerful.
Yeah, maybe yeah, when he gets his own season.
Well, I
you
mean,
feel the emotion
in
more.
this one, isn't it like just his wife and kids? But
oh yeah,
in
when-
the original one, it was like his whole entire family died.
I think it was his
Oh.
wife
It was
and
like a
kids.
no,
Still his wife and kid.
no,
I think.
because the one I forgot who played it. The previous Punisher movie, it was like he was at a family reunion and the entire family was murdered, like all of them, like all the cousins and aunts.
I didn't like
everybody.
the last one.
That was so good though.
I didn't like it.
Oh, yeah,
And he comes out of the water and stuff, and he's like half alive. Anyway,
But we'll see how that goes. But I really hope they do another Daredevil season.
me too.
I'm sure they will.
I'm
they
sure
need
they're
to
going to
make
build on
more.
all of them. I think all of them need another season.
Yeah, they're making money. They're making
no-
money
no
off
one
of
else
Iron Fist
need it.
confirmed and Jessica Jones confirmed,
They
but I
don't-
don't
they
think
don't
we
need
have
a second. Those two don't
Daredevil
need
it.
confirmed yet, do we?
They don't need it.
Luke Cage confirmed?
Daredevil needs
I think they
the
should
whole-
get a new Luke. Luke Cage is one of my favorite ones.
I like Luke Cage a
No,
lot.
I didn't like it.
I think
I love when he breaks
I
through the
think
wall.
problem-
Bam! Hulu.
No,
The
I
problem
Who's
with,
here?
the problem with the Luke Cage one is that they killed the best character.
They did.
Too early.
The villain.
Mouth was the best.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
agree.
God.
That actor was way overcast. He's like
Yeah,
really
he's too good.
He should be resurrected, just like
Yeah,
Elektra.
he did stick. Yeah. Now Electra can die.
Yeah, she's gone.
She was so mean. She's so feisty. I didn't like her.
You didn't
She's
like her
also
fire?
very
Wasn't her character more interesting in the Daredevil season than she was in Defenders?
Yes, she was.
Yeah,
I
she
think,
didn't
but she was
talk in
because
Defenders.
in Defenders she was resurrected.
She was just like a
she didn't know
zombie,
who
basically.
She was. Yeah, basically.
She was supposed to be like a super ominous character, but she was out weird. Like she just seemed like
she was like
robot.
Deadpool in the really bad X-Men. Remember X-Men where his mouth was shut? That's what she was like.
Yeah,
just super powerful, doesn't talk. Yeah,
kind of.
That's what Elektra was like. Was like the bad
Maybe they didn't
version
pay
of
her
Deadpool.
enough.
I still liked her better than the Elektra in the '90s movies.
We're gonna need you to act, but you can't.
Jennifer
The
Garner.
90s movie, you mean early
It was early 2000s. But
early 2000s. I meant.
Yeah.
Jennifer Garner.
I don't even want to look at it. I kind of do. I'm curious with how bad that one was.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Okay. And then you guys, I got Destiny stuff.
What'd you get?
I got the shirt for starters.
Show off the shirt.
Spicy ramen?
Yes.
It's one of the
ramen.
It's one of the emojis.
That shirt is really popular on the Destiny. Yeah, it's one of the emotes. I think they're called.
I had to get a restock email, and then I ordered it, and then I got
selling out on the website constantly.
But
people love that ramen.
Destiny book.
Destiny book.
Destiny 2 book.
It's the collector's edition guide. So it's a guide, and I thought there was gonna be more pictures, but there wasn't enough pictures. But it's okay.
Yeah, I said it had
it's
art
a pretty
in
book.
there, but
and
not
then
much,
each book, you don't know what the inside cover is going to be. It's one of the classes, and I told myself I better get the hunter because that's my that's what I am.
And it's a hunter.
And it's a hunter.
It looks.
It was Destiny.
Like a hunter.
Yeah, it's a cool cover, but honestly, the book content is a little disappointing. Thought there would be more pretty.
There's
pictures.
some interesting stuff in there.
It's just a guide.
Yeah, I know.
Like for the Cosmodrome. Not Cosmodrome.
I was like, okay, I don't know if you guys remember.
It's basically Earth, but
dead Europe.
What was it called? What was it called? Trosslands?
Trosslands.
I don't know. It's just like
it tells you like what all the enemies are. Anyway, go ahead, Ellie.
Like growing up, I always remember like those guidebooks, those gameplay books.
Prima.
Like
Prima
I don't know,
guides?
yeah, whatever they're called. Yeah, they had more pictures. They were so pretty to look at.
Yeah, I was hoping for some concept art in there. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
more. It has some.
You just need to learn how to read, and it'll be easier.
Stop.
Oh my god!
I also got this Guardian journal.
Who got you that?
My little guardian angel.
Knew it.
Guardian.
And it's just blank pages.
Your little guardian angel.
The cool thing is that you should write your raid experience in there, like a journal of what happened to you on the raid.
Today I died.
And your frustrations.
On 10/20.
I don't know if you guys ever watched like those Destiny videos, but they're really interesting because all the Destiny lore is hidden in the Grimoire from Destiny 1. But with Destiny 2, it's hidden like it was with Destiny 1. In Destiny 2, it's hidden in the guns and the things you can scan.
It's in the notations.
Yeah. And they piece all that together and tell the whole story, which is really interesting.
And then I got this shirt as from
another Destiny 2 shirt.
and it's a Destiny 2 and it's I died.
This is a cool shirt.
When it says your light fades away.
Shirt.
When everybody has to respawn.
There's a nice count on your screen that says respawning at last checkpoint or you are going to orbit.
And you get to see how many people actually did nothing.
This is like
how many people Alabama Tick did not
wear
kill.
The shirt
oh my god, already started.
all the time. The shirt's great. I love this shirt. And it's funny because I have all this Destiny stuff and I haven't played Destiny 2 that much.
You like it though.
And then I got this Halloween stuff. Look at this cute bird.
Put a bird on it.
Exactly. And then let's talk about this right here.
What is that green turd? Oh.
This is
it's Oogie Boogie.
Oh my god!
This is like really popular at Disneyland right now,
let
right?
me tell you about this thing.
What is this from?
It's a popcorn holder thing.
But what is it from?
It's
Nightmare
from
Before
Nightmare Before Christmas.
So you pull this little piece off his back and eat popcorn out of it.
Well, they don't even put the popcorn inside. They give it to you separately. This is just supposed to be a souvenir popcorn holder.
How do you clean it?
You don't. You wash them out with some water.
That's why I guess they don't want to put in it. But these are highly sought out for. They sell out almost every day. They have stock of this. And
how much is one of those?
$15, I think, with the popcorn.
Oh wow!
It's not too bad. It glows in the dark. Someone told me, I'm not gonna say how I know them, but someone sold one of these for $80 to someone that was desperate to get their hands on it. This is ridiculous.
Sounds
this
like
is
something
cheap
Uncle would do.
plastic. I love Oogie Boogie, but this is so stupid. I just have connections.
It's only a California thing. I heard in the East Coast they don't even care about this show.
Really?
This movie, yeah. At the East Coast, they have like one shop that sells this stuff.
Yeah,
and then here it's like 20 shops.
I don't know.
I
feel
it was
like
in Family Guy. fat girls get tattoos of me.
That's
What?
that's Jeff Skellington. Like,
I know, but it's Nightmare Before Christmas. He was saying Nightmare Before Christmas isn't that popular.
No,
Nightmare
East
Before
Coast, it's more
Christmas
West Coast.
is actually popular on the East Coast.
Yeah, I think just in general.
It's just really popular with the very young youths who have.
I'm just telling you right now, the goths
past.
like it. I know that, but I'm telling you that in
goths.
the East Coast Disney parks, they don't have any of this stuff.
The Magic Kingdom.
No, they actually, there's like this other thing. There is this cup with the rose on it when Beauty and the Beast came out. It was really stupid because in Florida in Walt Disney World, they actually had that restaurant, Be My Guest restaurant.
Oh, that's cool.
They actually like sold it there as a souvenir cup to wherever they're drinking crap and shit. And they've had it for like a long time. And then when the movie came out, they released it and they decided to also put it in Disneyland. The freaking thing sold out like really fast all the time. Well, in Florida, they had a ton. They actually sent shipments
I think
of
it's
it from
'cause-
Florida over.
Yeah, Florida's
So it's
all
stupid.
tourism, so they don't care about the little
Yeah, over
stuff.
here there's a lot of collectors.
I think people out here are freaking build the hysteria.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
one guy buys like
Dude.
100 of them, and then he holds a stock and
Well,
he sells them.
Yeah, Disneyland's like the pastime is local. You just drive there.
And it's
quick.
just like it's just freaky
Plot twist, he
because
lives in
even
Florida.
like another example, these stupid gold rose ears, they were in the stores for like weeks and weeks. Okay, like maybe 2 weeks tops, and then someone posted in social media, "Hey, look at these gold rose ears," and then everyone went crazy, and then they're like constantly sold out now.
Wow.
It's really stupid, and people selling for $100. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
Yoo-hoo.
But yeah, I got this Oogie Boogie. I didn't even have to step foot onto the park property to get
Ooh,
this.
must be nice.
Yeah, it's just, someone owed me a favor, so
Okay,
Look at
what are you,
you.
the
I
mafia?
got connections. I found it in the dumpster. Let's be real.
You were dumpster diving.
Yeah. It's broken. It has a scratch on
One-
its butt.
No
Day
shame.
different
No
thing.
shame.
So, and then I also noticed these monsters that are mango loco flavor, that have like Dia de los Muertos theme to it. It's stupid.
Why?
It tastes really good, but these fuckers like put
Whoa.
on the eve of October 31st. Dia de los Muertos is not Halloween.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
actually,
November
it's not really.
something. There's two Dia de los Muertos. The Dia de los Inocentes are the children's, and then there's the adult ones. There's two. It's usually November 2nd and 3rd. This is so fucking retarded.
Isn't Halloween supposed to be like the Day of the Dead?
Can you write
No, it's
the?
different.
So what the hell's
Can
Halloween?
you write monster about how much you hate that or something?
Can we do something about Dia de los
Your
Muertos?
cultural appropriation. Oh my god, I'm not even gonna go into that.
Cultural appropriation.
Stupid.
So with that,
With that being said, Halloween is around the corner. Yeah.
I thought I was saying right to the news.
No, I say that when I want to.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's get to the news. Apple admitted to Apple Watch LTE problems before the product even shipped.
Wow.
That's messed up. So
Looks like the handoff doesn't work the way it's supposed to.
What's up with that red button, dude?
It's supposed to denounce that that's the newer model, I think.
That looks like a danger button. Like, don't push it.
yeah. So
It would rather connect to the watches were connecting to Wi-Fi signals instead of connecting to the cellular service.
Yeah. So that's kind of stupid. I don't like that they made it so that you can have LTE from just a watch. I mean, that's what made Smart Glass fail, in my opinion, is that they required a different kind of... You had to pay an extra bill for another device. It's kind of stupid.
But why?
Just
Why?
connect to your phone.
Why does it need
One
an
bill,
LTE?
please.
Why does it need LTE?
Why?
Then what does it need it for?
Yeah, apparently just so it has less loading from your phone. It's more snappy. You can access things faster.
Yeah, because you could already
Or
talk
if
to
you
people.
lost your watch, you can find it on Find My iPhone.
Yeah, because couldn't
There you
you?
go.
Couldn't you?
Stupid.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, couldn't you already talk to people with your iWatch
Yeah, you
anyway?
can. Yeah,
so
you
it's
can.
like, what
That's
the hell
because
do
it
you
connects
need?
to your phone through Bluetooth. But
Yeah.
with this, it just basically has its own internet connection.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, I agree. I don't like it.
That's like having a hotspot for it for no reason.
yeah.
yeah, well, that's stupid. Why would they do such thing? Anyways, news topic number 2.
Yep, bud.
If data is the new oil, are tech companies robbing us blind? What if users received a micropayment every time their data is used to earn a company money?
I think that the data miners out there are being jerks, and more companies are using your Facebook account to mine you. And what they're doing is they're telling them, hey, this person's 30. They like to eat cheese. They have friends that live in Malaysia. So they might like cheese ramen. So let's do this.
Well, you know how there's mining for Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Pirate Bay is doing something similar to that right now. Use their website, and your processor gets some extra expenditure for the JavaScript, which is actually doing processing data for them and actually make money off you just visiting the website, not off ads, but if you processors being used to do their calculations. Right. That's interesting.
Well, if people start that's different than this. This is that's
using your data. Yeah, it's using your processing power.
This is different. This is like they take your data from your life and they sell it to companies like Adidas. Like, hey, Ellie's a 30-year-old female. I know you're not 30. I know you're not 30. I'm just throwing it out there. Ellie's a 30-year-old female.
I'm like, not clear.
Okay, Ellie is a 25-year-old female that likes red as her favorite color. So this targeted clothing line that's red,
black,
or
velvet,
black, or black is her favorite color. So this
red is cool too. Blood,
aliens.
We have this, and she likes aliens. So we have this alien clothing line, Marvin the Martian shoes that are coming out.
No, Marvin the Martian's stupid.
Okay,
just alien
shoes oh my God. That are coming out. So we want to target her, so that they sell it to you. They send you ads, and or you like to shop at Nordstrom's. Let's throw that out there, or whatever you like to shop at.
She likes to shop at Spencer's.
But the competitor will send you coupons.
I know you do.
You just like all the sex toys in the back, Tommy. I know you do.
That's where he goes to play.
Oh, but anyway, yeah, that's craziness out there. And then if you want to see people, it kind of sucks. We should get paid for using our data. But anyway,
I agree. It's a weird world. I feel like there's a movie about that already.
There's a game about it. Watch Dogs 2.
Oh yeah! Oh shoot! That is true. I do like that game.
Play it, baby.
I knew in the back of my mind as we were talking this, like, there's something that I've experienced this already.
I think I might need to jump into Watch Dogs 2 again because I think more DLC came out.
I think it did. They've always had like event things going on too, where you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you jump into GTA 5. Gear.
Okay, let's move on. You guys, it's been confirmed.
What's confirmed?
Animal cruelty.
By who?
By Mario. Super Mario.
Oh, no.
Nintendo confirms Mario was originally punching Yoshi in the head.
Sorry.
Wow.
I mean, this is like back in the day when was Mario?
I thought he was pointing Mario, shoot that.
These games came out in the 80s, correct? 80s?
This came out in the 90s.
90s?
Yeah, 90s.
80s?
Late 80s.
1880s.
Like 80. I think 88 was the NES, or am I wrong?
NES was 80 something.
88, 89.
And I know this came out in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
I was a child I was born in the late 80s, so true, I know there was.
Yeah, early 90s, late
90s.
89,
and this is the SNES,
let's just say 89.
SNES came out in the mid 90s.
Yoshi was around until SNES Mario World, right?
Yeah.
I feel like every time we experience a new world in entertainment, such as, like, let's go back to cartoons, there's a lot of animal cruelty in early cartoons. There's a lot of animal cruelty in early video games.
There's a lot of everything in that. I just can't believe he punched Yoshi.
That while Mario was pointing his finger forward was a go. But if you go down a little bit, William.
Developers Takashi Tezuka and Shigefumi Hino are the ones that confirmed this. They apparently worked on the game.
However, it was set up that I drew was that Mario punches Yoshi in the head and the character's tongue shoots out. That's what he said.
That's what Hino is saying.
Yeah, and it even gets worse. What's more, there is an added bop sound. However, it seems that people would say poor Yoshi. So why would it just? That's why it just became go. Hino added. So it was like a punch in the head.
Like,
wow.
So Mario punches Yoshi, stomps Goombas, and kills turtles.
Yeah,
Mario's a
so
dick,
bad.
man. Well, Mario's a plumber, so he's got things to do.
Isn't there this there's this freaking
in his results.
There's this really cool short film thing that someone made, like live action with Mario. So I think one of you sent it.
Where Mario dies and goes to hell?
Yeah, and then all the things he killed.
Yeah.
It's so funny. That's exactly what I think what happens. Like so much.
Is Yoshi like Like,
He's a dinosaur.
Oh,
He is a dinosaur.
He's a dinosaur.
Didn't you ever watch the the Super Mario Brothers
That
movie?
movie is not anything like the game.
I love that movie.
I like it too.
It just gave us answers. So.
That movie was more like, I think this is the idea Mario, but I'm going to make whatever the hell I want out of it.
yeah,
Monkey.
It's just like the Power Rangers
Yeah,
movie back in
Monkey.
the day. You
It was
know?
the first. It was the first.
It was
video game
Mario,
adaptation.
Mario, Luigi Mario.
I love that.
What?
I love
I'm
that.
Mario. He's Mario. I'm Luigi Mario. Like, oh my god.
The Mario Brothers.
Yeah, that's stupid.
we in the Mario Brothers.
All right. And then the freaking Mushroom Kingdom with all the fungus. Oh my god.
Fungus.
It looks like spit. There's one more.
Hi guys, there was a side out there of
What happened?
the new Lando in the Han Solo movie.
Uh-oh.
Lando is being played by
Donnie
Donald,
Glover.
This is like the weirdest
Donald Glover.
photo. This is like somebody took video footage of the recording of him. Or so, what is
Yeah,
this?
like
No, it's a picture of Ron Howard, actually, and the background is...
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
You can see his hat and glasses.
Yeah, Ron Howard is in the front, and what they did is somebody said, you know what? Look at the monitors, more interesting, and it's Donnie Glover as Lando.
That's funny.
And he's in the looks like he's in the Millennium Falcon.
I didn't know that he was playing Lando. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
He's moving up in bigger and better things. I
What
think
has he
that's why
done?
he stopped his rapping career.
Yeah.
He
It's
was
a
in the
rapper?
last Spider-Man
Yeah, he
movie.
was Childish Gambino.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Donald Glover was Childish Gambino.
and he's
Who's
also in the
that?
last Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
He was it's a rapper.
He's like a famous rapper. And
Oh, I know.
He was
he's
in-
probably one of the best transitions I've ever seen. Like, as far, well, other than what, Will Smith, I guess, as far as like going from singer to actor.
he was an actor first,
Oh,
then
yeah.
he became a rapper.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Prince of
He-
Bel Air.
He was
No, what?
And then he was a rapper.
No.
Then that's when his rapping
No,
Will
career-
Smith.
No,
No?
we're not talking
No,
about
he
Will
was
Smith.
rapping
I'm talking
first.
about Donnie Glover. Donald Glover did
Oh, they were
the
talking about him. for
Community.
I was comparing.
Community. Remember
But he
Community
didn't
on NBC?
start-
Don't look at me. She's the one talking.
Do you know Community
Sorry.
off NBC? Remember that show Community?
Yeah, it's in
He was in
Community.
Community, and then he went to be a rapper. And then after he became a rapper, he also went into Atlanta, the show Atlanta.
I think I
and,
put a face to it now. Okay.
and then he's also in Spider-Man. Will Smith was actually a rapper first, then he became
Really?
an actor. Yeah.
Yep.
Like Jared Leto.
He was also one of the first.
The old school rap.
He's the one that-
like he did in Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
He won a
right?
Grammy.
Yeah. Well, he never cusses in his music, so he
Ever.
does the song like
He's
Summertime.
like Bill Cosby.
Like summertime. That's the song.
Get jiggy with it. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Anyway,
Well, that was
Donnie
later,
Glover
but yeah.
is Donald Glover is Lando there, so that's a pretty cool sighting, and that makes me
He
excited.
doesn't look very happy though. He looks like looking down, all sad.
He probably
on
got
the
caught.
Millennium Falcon.
Probably got caught by Han doing something bad.
Or he's resting.
Oh yeah, or he's resting, or he's taking a dump. We
I
don't
know.
know.
Hopefully, he can pull
Taking a
off,
dump from the.
hopefully, he can pull off the suave.
He probably can.
Yeah, he probably can.
Let's move on.
Oh,
So there's like this, the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer is out.
the rat.
Ooh, should we?
Red Dead.
What do we learn from the trailer?
The trailer confirmed that the game is a prequel to the Red Dead Redemption.
That's pretty cool.
You mean it doesn't?
The first.
You don't get that from the second? From the,
So we watch
title?
it real quick.
Like it's not like an ongoing thing. It's a sequel or a prequel. It's like a pony.
It's a horse.
A pony.
It's a horse.
Small legs.
Have you ever played the first one, Ellie?
No.
It's really
So
cool.
good.
I love it.
Is it outdoorsy thing?
Yep.
Look at the,
Rockstar Games?
did you see that low res effect?
All of it looks really
Low res.
Low res low.
Maybe when your mother's finished mourning your father, I'll keep her in black on your behalf.
You gotta keep in mind it's open world game though.
That was a
Lawman in 3 different states after
that was an homage to
they
Jesse
chased us
James
from the west,
or
they
somebody
chased us
I think
over
so.
the
in
mountains.
the movie. Yeah.
The snow effects look a lot better, and there seems to be like more detailed interiors.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized.
Oh, there's alligators now. I think you can go to New Orleans area. That's why.
One of these fools that I trust.
Where's our money?
Such a good game. The
It's
first
like some mafia stuff.
You have my
one. Tommy, you'll love this game.
Oh,
The first one's really good.
The first one was amazing.
There's a zombie version too, and it was really fun.
Yeah, I love that.
I might have to play this.
It's an amazing game. I'm
You never
surprised
heard
you
of
never heard of it.
No, I didn't. I never played it.
It's exactly. Think about.
And it's made by the company that I really like.
It's
Rockstar. Yeah.
It's basically GTA, but it was a Western version. So you will ride on a horse, and then there'll be a bobcat after you. And you're like, holy crap!
Yeah.
Yeah, I might.
Or cowboys trying
and
to.
then after this, all of a sudden, all of those like wildlife elements made their way into Grand Theft Auto 5.
Instead of like fucking stars, it's like police badges, like those old school sheriff badges. Ding 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 ding. You have 5 on you.
No, it was more like it was something like that, but it would be like bells. You would hear like the whole town would get crazy, and then everyone would shoot.
I don't even remember how that worked. I have to think about it. I think you were like had an outlaw thing, and then people would hunt you down or something. Like
But it was
that.
only when you're in town.
It was only when you're in town. If you could be an outlaw and go out there and like be fine.
It's only in towns.
I think I ate too much chocolate.
Did you?
Are you turning into a chocolate girl?
A chocolate monster.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
The show notes will be on our website along with the topics if you want to see our sources and what we cover.
Okay, that's cool. So what are we going to talk about?
Cuphead. Copyrighted by MCMXXX.
That's an old copyright, I think. Like an ancient copyright.
Anyway, sorry. Let's
game
start
looks so good.
This intro. This is the exact description of what Cuphead people want us to know about it.
What does it want us to know, Ellie?
Cuphead is a classic run and gun action game heavily focused on boss battles. Inspired by cartoons of the 1930s, the visuals and audio are painstakingly created with the same technique of the era. Traditional hand-drawn cell animation, watercolor backgrounds, and original jazz recording. Pretty cool. Did they really use traditional hand-drawn cell animation? That's crazy.
Kind of using the same thing. That's
pretty much Mickey Mouse with a cup on his head.
It's similar, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the gloves, the pants, yeah, it's Mickey Mouse.
But you compare everything to everything.
I'm sorry. It's just how the world works.
Just believe me, don't want.
Continue on this. Play as Cuphead or Mugman in single player or local co-op. Local.
What's the sequel to this, Spoon Man?
I like his name is Mugman.
I know.
It's like one.
I know,
word.
it's really cool.
Mugman.
As you traverse strange worlds, acquire new weapons, learn powerful super moves, and discover hidden secrets while you try to pay your debt back to the devil.
What?
What if I want to be the devil's friend, though?
The story is they go to a casino, and then they start gambling on a craps table.
What the heck?
And then they're on a roll, so they're all happy.
They keep winning, and they
keep winning. But then the devil comes like, "Oh, you guys are doing so well. You should bet everything on this next roll.
Bet your soul.
Bet your souls in this next roll, and they lose."
That skull, I've seen it before.
And if you win everything. Like even my casino, my gold.
Yeah, and then they get snake eyes, and then they're screwed, and then they have to go. And they're like, "Please don't help let us lose our souls. We want to keep our souls." So he says, "Okay, to keep your souls, you need to go out and collect everybody that ran away from me and didn't give me their souls." So you end up as soul collectors.
They're debt. Yeah.
So you have until
collectors here.
Yeah. So you have until midnight to go and collect the souls of everybody that ran away. And the boss battles are really, really creative. Every single boss battle that you do. So like one of the first ones that you have is the root. What was it called? The root pack.
Oh my gosh.
The rat pack.
It's awesome.
So you fight a carrot, a potato, and an onion.
No, say it in the right order. A potato, an onion, and a carrot.
Okay. Well, you fight those guys, and they're called the root pack. It's instead of the rat pack, which I thought was pretty funny.
The onion is so sad.
I like how Mugman is like, "Don't do it." And
I know that's what I play. I was the voice of reason, and William was the one that.
I like the giant dice butler.
Oh, he has milk in his head.
Oh, and it's cool. Mugman, when it's first starting, it takes a sip of it from his straw, and then
Ew! Drinks
from his own
brain.
Yeah.
Wait, he drinks Cuphead's straw or his own straw?
His own.
Got it.
It's
cute.
That's gross.
Well, let's learn a little bit more about this game. Cuphead is the first game by studio MDHR Entertainment. It's an indie game development studio consisting of brothers Chad and Jared Moldenhauer.
Yep.
That's how I said it in the beginning.
Why do they only have 4 fingers?
And additional
all cartoons have 4 fingers. Look at Mickey Mouse's hand.
Animation work was contributed by Jake Clark. And I'm sure there's a ton of other people too involved. They couldn't be just them.
Well, it's an indie game, so the only other people involved would be like the music people. What?
There's a list of people that were involved.
Okay.
William, why is that?
Go ahead.
William, why do all cartoons only have 4 fingers?
It's easier to draw for a cartoon.
Yeah, because then it makes it awkward.
Because when you have 5 fingers, it looks awkward when you draw it. But continue.
Its development began. I read it that way.
Okay. Go ahead.
In 2010, and they worked on the game from their respective homes in Toronto and
Saskatchewan,
Canada. The game was inspired by cartoons.
Do you want me to say that word? You want me to say that city for you?
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you know
it's
how
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan?
Saskatchewan?
Yeah, that's how I thought it was pronounced, but I decided to be funny.
Sure you did.
Saskatchewan.
There's also Medicine Hat and Moose
is that where Sasquatch is from?
I think Medicine Hat is in somewhere near there. I don't know. There's a city named Medicine Hat.
Oh. Well, it was inspired by those old cartoons by Fleischer Studios and Disney. Specifically cartoons like Oob.
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 The real brain behind Mickey Mouse.
Works.
Yeah.
He's the one that did Oswald the Lucky Rabbit and Mickey Mouse. I mean, Walt Disney.
Yeah, everything Walt Disney took credit for. Who didn't actually do.
Well, I'm sure he came up with it and he's like, hey, draw me this mouse. And draw something cute trousers on it. And then, that's what happened.
Whatever.
Anyways.
Oob Iwerks is the Steve, what's his name? Wozniak. And
Disney was
and Walt
Steve
Disney
Jobs.
was Steve Jobs, yeah, in that circumstance.
Yeah. And then, and our other cartoonists like Grim
like the
Natwick
McDonald's boys?
And Willard Boski. I'm not sure what those guys did, but
I think they're part of that
era.
Fleischer Studios.
Maybe. Anyway, and their style of mostly being subversive and realistic.
Yeah, well, they were inspired mainly by that. Any of the surrealists.
Chad Moldenhaw or call Fleischer Studios, the magnetic north of his art style. So I'm guessing Chad is like the art direction in this whole thing. Fleischer Studios have done like Betty Bob, Popeye,
Betty Boop,
Coco the Clown, and Bimbo, and Superman.
Yeah, they did the old Superman,
early Superman.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
The really old ones.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
He leaps over tall buildings in a single bound.
See, now I want to watch those old cartoons. Anyways, the Moldenhauers. Sorry.
You love their last name so much.
It's so funny, like Moldenhauers. Am I even saying that right?
Yeah, Moldenhauers, yes.
Moldenhauers.
Yes.
Okay. The Moldenhauers watched 30s cartoons in their youth, with Shad Moldenhauers describes as a happenstance based on the gifts in VHR VHS.
Those old videotapes.
Compilations.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to have those too as a kid. They attempted a game in the style of Cuphead in 2000, but lacked the tools to continue. The brothers decided to try again following the success of the indie game Super Meat Boy.
Super Mario.
I was about to say that.
Super Meat Boy, yeah.
Super Meat Boy, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. I like Super Meat Boy, but not that much.
Yeah, Super Meat Boy is good, and it was really popular.
Yeah.
It was really popular. It was really a weird game, but it got really popular really fast.
Frustrated me, and I stopped. It was developed by Team Meat in 2010. Unity, the free and easy game development engine, was available and gave them the tools they needed. That's cool.
Unity helping everybody out, all those indie developers.
Good job. Some of the games that influence their design choices are Gunstar Heroes, 7th course, Contra the third,
Contra 3, yeah.
The third, Contra Hard Corps, and Super Mario World, the Thunder Force series, and Street Fighter 3.
Ooh,
I'm interested how Street Fighter 3 played a role in this.
I'm sure like the fighting action.
Maybe the weapons splashes like the Hadouken.
Yeah, I could see that.
Hadouken. Yeah, they're special, yeah.
It looks like a thin Hadouken, by the way. Go ahead.
The character that became Cuphead descended from a 1936 Japanese propaganda animated film where a man with a teacup for a head morphs into a tank. That's amazing. I want to see that.
Yeah.
The Molten Horrors
I tried to look up footage of it. I couldn't find it.
emulated the animation because they found it strange, and right away it stuck. The brothers had previously tried a kappa in the Trophat characters with a plate and fork for a head, and about 150
So there you go, Tommy.
different designs.
Plate and fork.
So
That
there's
was
been
one of the
many
original
different-
concepts.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
I want to see these concepts, like for all the different kind of characters they were deciding to do. That would be interesting. They need to make a whole like book of their art.
Yeah.
The game was shown during the Xbox press event of Electronic Entertainment Expo 2014 to audience approval.
it does look like
It's a Hadouken.
Yep. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
some like
Cuphead was not available to play.
some Dragon Ball Z stuff going.
So they showed it off, but nobody could play it. Everybody's excited about how it looked, though.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they have powers.
A game's art
So
was
weird.
estimated to be 40% complete as of July 2014.
So it was only 40% complete when they showed that footage.
And people were excited. That's good. The game was focused only on boss battles, and with the great reception the game had when
Revealed to the public.
the game was delayed at 3 or more times as a result, but still consists mainly boss battles.
That's pretty cool, though,
So-
for a small team.
Yeah, so 75% boss battles, 25% platforming. It's mainly boss battles.
Cuphead was released on September 29th, 2017 for Microsoft Windows and Xbox One, with potential later releases for Mac and Linux. Cuphead is an Xbox console exclusive and supports Xbox Play Anywhere, but it's also on Steam.
Yep.
Why? I wish
But
they
you can't
didn't go
play it
with
on anywhere if you get it on
Xbox.
Steam.
So
I know it's a lost opportunity in my opinion, because if this were on Nintendo Switch, I'd be playing it on Nintendo Switch for sure everywhere I go.
Yeah.
maybe it needs to be. Maybe it's not built for Nintendo Switch's like power level. It maybe needs more. It doesn't look like it does.
I
but-
bet they could get it to work. They just wanted to get it out there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then they'll probably work on it later.
guess I
Nintendo
can
Switch.
see
This
that.
would be a great Nintendo Switch game. Honestly. Oh, it's a potato.
Yep.
It would be.
Oh, it's a boss.
Look at this. This is amazing.
He's shooting worms.
Wait till we get to the carrot. It's my favorite.
And dirt, worms and dirt. That's funny.
Yep.
Cuphead is expected to be extended via expansion packs with 10 to 15 bosses each.
What the hell?
Similar to how Sonic and Knuckles added atop the Sonic series formula.
So that's going to be interesting. They haven't done any of this yet or really given any details about it, but I'm looking forward to what they might do. I have a feeling they won't do it, but maybe you do
But
a
I think
Cuphead 2
I
instead.
think if this really picks up, which I have, no doubt it will, like I could see them selling so much merchandise. Like they have this vinyl right now, and it's like almost $100. But
Let's
I
acquire
really, really want it. I really want it.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that a little bit later too.
We are?
Yeah.
Oh no. Currently, there's a total of 4 worlds with 20 bosses and 6 run and gun side-scroller platformer levels. It took, like we said earlier, it took us almost 4 hours to almost complete World 1.
Yeah, almost.
So with that average, like let's say 4 hours to complete a world.
Obviously depends on your skill level.
Yeah, so you're looking maybe between 16 to 20 maybe hours if you're not, you're decent. Maybe even more if you suck.
Didn't the like reviewers couldn't finish this game?
No, well, we'll talk about that a little later.
Okay, I'll leave
Yeah.
it be.
So why is the game so difficult? From the official website statement. Our aim is tough but fair. Cuphead may be challenging, but that's what makes victory feel that much more rewarding. We want to inspire players to master the variety of gameplay techniques available in Cuphead, so the challenge level becomes a mean to an end. Cuphead has its roots in classic arcade-style games that really made you earn success.
That's funny.
It's a type of game we grew up loving and something we wanted to recreate.
Look at those hip thrusts.
So that makes
Up,
sense.
Up.
Totally
up.
see that.
Up, oop.
Oh yeah. They're like always exercising. They're like those
Yeah.
people that could go on runs and then they're like just jogging in place like while they're waiting for the line. That's what
That's
they're
funny.
doing. They're ready for action.
Hey, how's it going? Oh,
Go on? Is that what you said?
Yes, please.
You don't tell me what to do.
More pictures.
That's not what he said. Go ahead, Ellie.
Look, even the freaking little.
He was talking about their hip thrusts. He's like,
hey, oh look, they did it like Mario.
What is so special of Cuphead
See that? How it
soundtrack?
unlocks like.
It's not like Mario at all.
No. You know what I mean? In Super Mario, where like you beat a boss, like had like a flag, and then it unlocks like a bridge.
Yeah,
and you would travel to the next point. That's what they just did.
It's cool. That's pretty cool. I like the time guy.
Ironically, that we're talking.
Why'd you go back to play him?
We didn't play on the hardest difficulty.
Of course.
You apparently have to play. There's a simple and a regular. You have to always play it regular, otherwise you don't collect the soul.
Yeah.
And simple is not even that much easier.
Right.
Go ahead.
So the soundtrack, guys. The soundtrack.
What makes the soundtrack so special?
So for starters, the Cuphead soundtrack is made up completely of original jazz recordings composed by the talented Chris Madigan and recorded live in studio.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
There's over 2.5 hours of fully composed music written specifically for Cuphead. They've used a 13-piece big band, 10-piece ragtime ensemble, and a solo pianist, singers, and a couple surprises thrown in there for good measure.
Yeah, so I think like this is the biggest amount of names they have. This is the amount of people that worked on the music. Because I think it was just like 4 people that did the normal game part.
No.
Mainly.
I saw their website. They have a few animators. They have a few cleanup artists. They have a few background artists.
Oh, well, this game was published too, so I'm sure there's a lot of people from the publisher that helped out.
Oh, whatever. Bring that up. Let's go through fun facts now.
Yay, fun facts.
Oh, no, let's not go fun facts yet.
Why not?
Because we still have to rate it. And then fun facts.
Okay.
Apparently.
So what do you think? Do you think it's...
Is it too hard? Well, here's the thing. Ratings online state 5-star rating games too hard. What?
If remember we were reading the ratings and they were saying it's really hard, but the animation style and everything about it is like really good. Great. Yeah, we really enjoy the game even though it's really hard.
So you get 5 stars at people that say that, and then you get 1-star people that say too hard, don't play.
Can't pass the first level.
Or can't download, and that's like the stupidest reason to give it a 1-star.
Can't download?
I
think that is the most.
There's often a glitch where if you pre-order a game and won't download, it just delete it and then click download again.
How's it
and
their
works.
fault then?
It's stupid.
Exactly. When people are rating 1 stars for a game they haven't
same
even
thing happened
played,
to Halo 5.
It's not the game's fault. It's where you're downloading from, or
So
and
then they rate the game poorly because of it.
Xbox.
Because it's too hard. They give it a 1. It's like
it happened with PlayStation before too.
There should be a level. There should be a level where it's so much easier. But then if you think about it, if it's all easy, you're gonna get through the whole thing, and then you're never gonna play it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, should they? I think the major incentive here of continuing to try to play it is to see all the crazy phases they have. There's several phases of each boss. And it's really interesting to see what each boss is going to do in each phase.
Right there, you can see the
lean,
different
mean,
bars.
and full of beta carotene.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's the phases each boss has is really interesting, and we really are curious to see what each boss you have that you interact with. Like, I saw a bed of flowers. I was like, oh my god, what is this going to be this boss? And it's really cool the amount of bosses that you see. Like this boss, there's 2 toads that you're fighting.
Like on a frog
One toad
fight?
eats the other toad. And then turns into a gambling machine, a slot machine. It's really weird.
It's just Ellie versus the gambling machine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because William died.
Yep.
Oh, you got 3 frogs.
We played this one for
it's
quite a while.
definitely very interesting.
And then you have
character concepts.
Then there's the side scroller parts of it. So this is where you just run through.
Some like Alice in the Wonderland stuff going on.
Remember, this was like an afterthought, so they added this after. So it's not like Mario where you can jump on heads or anything. I think they're just using the boss fighting elements because it's been pretty much run and gun. You can't jump on any heads or anything, even though in this mode you think that you could. So it's a little weird in that way, but it's still really enjoyable. I'm glad they added these elements.
So frustrating.
So
it's really hard though.
That's probably like the Contra part, right? Because the Contra part is
very
just
much like
gun.
Contra. Very, very much like Contra.
It's like run and gun.
Shooting.
Don't worry about jumping on. You can't jump on anybody.
You have to watch where you are. And I think.
Oh my god!
Yeah, one of the things I've enjoyed the most.
I love how you died and Ellie saved you, and then you just disappeared. She just disappeared.
Yeah,
because you're all the way.
Because she died when she got me. what's really cool about the run and gunning is
they even call it run and gun.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Is you can revive each other when you're working together. 2-player, part of the fun is reviving each other. I have to go and revive their ghost, There's one part, I think it's in the second batch of footage I took. Let me open that up real quick. Where you're jumping on leaves, and Ellie and I were so frustrated with this, going over and over into it.
Because it's so simple, but like one wrong move, one thing that hits you, you're dead.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a different.
Yeah, I finally figured out how to switch my weapons, and I had this cool...
Yeah, you can. There's the other type of weapon. There's really a lot of complex. It's a really complex game. So you have different kind of. There's like a homing thing you can use. There's other types of specials. There's charms, or what we call perks, probably that you can use. But
the creativity itself is amazing.
The part that we get stuck with is right here, because.
I mean, definitely a lot of Mario-inspired stuff.
Why did you jump? You're just like standing there.
It's more than Mario.
You were probably talking. It's like, who's going first?
Mario is one of them. See, we had a problem when we go together. We end up jumping on the wrong thing. It's hard to time.
Oh,
but
okay. Whoa,
was that Superman jump? Hey, Duncan.
You could like do.
It's definitely taking a lot
thing.
more from Contra than Mario. But yeah, there's some Mario-inspired elements.
Oh, check that we're gonna die here. Watch.
We're probably gonna die, and then I'm gonna we're gonna revive each other.
I think this is where the maybe one of these hits you, right? No, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get you here. I think. No. But I died. I got you, but I died. There you go. and then you died.
And then you got it.
Then you got me. Oh yeah, I remember this now.
That was really hilarious. You went after each other.
There's a second.
No, because this is another little mini boss.
There's a second that you're invulnerable after you get revived, and that's what saved us there. But the gameplay is like.
Why can't you see the boss here? This is so stupid.
I know he's not coming up. But that's one thing we need to
mention. That was so
too.
dumb.
That's one thing we need to mention too.
Do you see that? Like, then all the leaves like just fell.
Yeah, that's something that's really dumb too. Is that there's some glitches to this game.
Oh, semen.
I'm shot my milk at him. It crashed on us at least 3 times.
The whole game crashed?
Did you really say that? Like, after he just said that?
Well, the milk.
I shot my milk at him.
I did. It looks like milk in their cups.
Is it milk, Ellie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, anyway, how many times did it crash on us, Ellie? 3 times? I think at least 3 or 4.
I remember 2 times that we had to restart the whole thing.
Yeah, we had to close down the app and then open it back up again. So it's launched, so it's not going to be the most stable possible. But in the 4 hours that we played it, or at least it crashed like once every hour. So there's a lot of crashes in this game, and it's kind of adding to the frustration a little bit.
This is straight up like the old school cartoon stuff that I used to see.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it
looks
great?
like that woodpecker. Like, I've seen that woodpecker before.
Like Woody Woodpecker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is welcome.
Yeah, the shop owner is really cool.
Sorry, that's what the pig said.
This game is really amazing.
Bad.
I'm really happy with it's everything I was hoping.
Oh Jesus!
The old school cartoons.
That'd be great in 3D.
It's great.
I really like the plane out part 2.
We need to. That's the last boss we have to beat for World 1.
Yeah. There's even like plane elements, and those are really fun.
Betty Boop right there. That's Betty Boop.
Like, everything's so true to the era. Like, everything.
Yeah, the character styles, the cartoon styles,
the style, like even
Go for it.
The film like grain on it, like the
film grain. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's everything I was hoping for. I don't know, Ellie. What would you rate it?
A 5. Oh wait,
wow.
out of
5 out of 10?
No, I was thinking of the other thing.
Oh, the Xbox ratings that we were looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, if I was rating it on Xbox, it'd be 5, and I'd be like, sissies shouldn't play this. If I was rating it out of 10, I would give it a 9.5.
It's really intense.
I agree with you, 9.5.
Because not 10 because it's not perfect. For sure.
I agree. It's definitely not perfect. I would add some more platforming parts to it. 25% is really low.
Whoa.
I know. Bomb. Yeah. They need to work out those crashes because those are annoying.
And very annoying.
Yeah.
Like,
it's probably, you think it's crashing because the game actually takes a lot more
I don't think so. There's no 3D or anything there.
I'm just thinking maybe it looks like it takes a lot of stuff because from what I'm looking at, it just looks like a very beautiful
It's not
game.
even 30 frames. It's 24 frames, just like the old cartoons.
Oh, okay. The thing I'm just saying, the only thing I noticed is it looks like it could be an intense game, even though you don't think it is.
No, it's really, really, really intense.
Yeah, like all of a sudden, everything just comes out.
Ellie like got so frustrated so many times. I did too, but
we took a break.
Like after every boss we beat, we were celebrating, and every new boss we faced, Ellie was like freaking out and laughing at how hilarious the boss was. Like the carrot thing the first time
and
she
then,
saw
like,
that.
After the
she was just standing there not doing anything and died.
I didn't want to. I'm like, let it be all creepy and stupid, but I just don't want to see it anymore. It's frustrating.
Oh, she got you.
Like, it's so amazing. Like, I'm just like so amazed. Like, there was like I think in the beginning where I was just standing because I was just staring at the cartoons.
Yeah.
I think it was in the carrot. It was just great.
They're very beautiful. I mean, they look exactly like something that, Tex Avery or maybe even. It looks more like Disney stuff.
It's like it just reminds me of Silly Symphony.
Well,
yeah, Silly Symphony.
You got to think of like Popeye. They mainly took it from Popeye and Betty Boop and Coco the Clown. Those old ones are the main inspiration. A little bit of Lucky the Rabbit and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, definitely that era.
Yeah, definitely not Disney.
1930s cartoons.
Because there's more violence.
Wow, that's so.
Well, wasn't like the original Disney stuff pretty violent?
Some of it, like animal cruelty.
There was a little bit of like, beating women and stuff, but it's not that bad.
Yeah,
The very old Lucky the Rabbit and Mickey Mouse are kind of animal abusive. Remember that?
They
the
are.
plane and Mickey
beating
took
up
like
men.
a cow and like rolled his tail to make
You mean
the spring
in
go.
Steamboat Willie?
Well, that was Steamboat Willie, but they also did something similar in the Playing Crazy cartoon.
Yeah, didn't he beat Minnie in that one too?
Yeah, he did. I think he did. He's like
I've seen a lot of like Minnie's like undergarments and like
there's a lot.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird. But yeah, so 9.5. What would you say? Yeah, I would play it, or like nah.
Oh, this
or
is the
like,
flower that we were.
I really like the art style. I think the art style is really cool. It's kind of nostalgic for, not for me, but I'm sure people that were born in the early, 40s or late 50s.
Yeah, if anything, like if I had like
I know those people
my
never play
grandpa or something. Like,
I'm sure they don't play the video game.
This is a game you can
but
play by
they
yourself.
would want to.
What is Ellie doing?
This is enjoying
What
the
do you
flower.
mean? What it might
Your
do?
gun is not shooting anything. You're just shooting the ground.
Shut up.
I really do like the art style.
Then I get down and I kill the shit.
I like how evil everything looks. Like it looks. It's
Look
really
at
cool.
this flower gets crazy. Like there's 3 different phases. Like if you go back in the beginning,
It was really super
flower,
cute.
Those little
it looks
gangsta
really
hands.
sweet and like and then all of a sudden it gets this phase and and then it gets fucking crazy. Look, watch.
Yeah, it gets
this.
even
Let's see
crazier.
if we get
I
there.
love its hands. Like, hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Well,
hey.
Now
Now he's a gun.
Like in the third phase
Oh,
of
he's
this
cranking
flower,
himself. Look at
he
that.
gets really
Like,
crazy.
you want some? You want some? You want some? Which hand? Which
He
hand?
looks like the devil.
This one? How about some of this?
No.
Yeah, you want some? You want some? You want some?
Look how good I am, though. Like William died already, and I'm like,
Does
look like that.
You're gonna
That's
die
the
right
face.
now.
Look
Holy
at that. So scary.
does I was just saying.
Oh, and I died. I've completely forgot. Look at that
Extreme
face.
pollination and total domination.
Oh, I like too is that they show you
It's so
how
sweet.
close you
Oh,
were
shit.
to the end at the end of the boss battle, so you can say, "Oh my God, one more phase and we would have had him," or "We're that close, just like a smidge left and we would have had him."
What's the difference between your gun and Ellie's gun? Does Ellie's gun do less damage than the one that you were doing?
It does because I didn't know. Like when I got an extra
The tracking one doesn't do quite as much damage as the pea shooter. The pea shooter is what you start out with, and that actually the one that does the most damage in the game, I think. So you usually see people using that. I actually don't like the fact
my
that
damage reduced because I had
you took it off at this point, I think.
no, I
Oh.
still had it.
Oh, you already lost the health. Okay. There was a charm where she would
Okay.
get an extra health point, and her gun would not get as much damage down because of that.
Got it. That's pretty cool. I like this game. If I had to rate it, I would give it a good 9, just because of
How cool it looks.
how cool it looks.
So
But
I
I can't
think
really
you
give
had
it
a lot of
proper
fun
answer.
if you play with like Allie.
She doesn't like playing games.
No, she'll like this.
Something I think
have
they
a
could have done a
feeling.
little better is when you're dealing damage, you just get a little flash on the enemy.
Oh my
Like
God.
this one, if you're down below, you can't do any damage. If you're down
Oh, we
up
don't
above,
know that.
it doesn't flash.
You don't know
That's
that.
how I know it doesn't flash.
What if
when
it
you-
doesn't need to flash?
It has to
That
flash.
was just maybe
that's your indication that he's taking damage as it flashes.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
I do know that.
It's true.
What do you mean I don't know that?
What if it's just to make it that it's super damage?
No.
No,
it's-
you can
If
tell when
that's-
you're not shooting him. He's
that's
not
the
flashing.
indication.
Oh, yeah, just agree with me.
And that's what I'm saying is that I would have liked some more indications of that they're being damaged, like maybe
Like some kind of actual like not blood,
Like-
but maybe something like leaves falling off him.
Or maybe like a
Yeah,
health
something.
meter or something.
Well, not
or seeing visible damage,
not
like
necessarily a
cracks.
health meter, but like
See like
maybe
visible damage.
But is this
some
Oh.
visible damage. Yeah.
Does this have like that? Like
damn.
you wanted yeah. Never mind. I'll stop.
I mean, definitely
pretty cool.
the graphics looks really cool. It's very old school. It brings back that old feel.
Hip thrust, hip thrust,
But
hip
I
thrust.
personally wouldn't. I would get annoyed playing this because I just hate games
Yeah,
where
you'd get
you just
annoyed.
have to keep shooting and shooting and shooting and waiting for like a decade for the
I
thing
love
to-
Mugman.
You're not just waiting or dodging shit in the middle of
I
it.
can't. I hate that
I love
stuff.
Mugman, and I saw him drink himself, and it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
do you see? Do you saw it now?
He like took a big swig.
He's
He's
like-
like,
It was
Put it
cool
back.
because I was drinking coffee when we were playing this, so I was be taking the sip before start, and then like man would be too, so it'd be kind of like.
So what's the fun fact, Ellie? Should we get to that?
Is there fun facts?
There's a fun fact.
There's drama. Let me tell you,
Oh,
lots
what's
of
the
drama over gaming. There is this gaming journalist that spent over 20 minutes confused on the tutorial.
wow.
Should gaming journalists be good at games? I think they should know how to start
Do you
games
think
at
so?
least.
There's actually some more clarification on this if you want to read
There's a
what.
YouTube.
Yeah, Games Beat PC gaming editor Jeff Grubb.
Uh-huh.
He had some clarification on why.
Okay, so he stated this. GameBeat lead writer and reporter Dean
Takahashi.
Tahachi doesn't really play platformers or side-scroller action games. He's bad at them. But since he was the only member of our staff in Germany during the time of Gamescom, he agreed to try it out for us. What would happen next would change all of our lives forever because no one knew Dean could be this bad.
So it took him 20 minutes to do it.
Yeah, by changing their lives forever they mean the amount of drama and negative press they got because of it. Because so many people were like, "This guy is a gaming journalist. He can't even get past a tutorial." I mean, he's not just stuck on the levels in the game. He's stuck on the tutorial.
How did they know he was stuck on the tutorial? He wrote
Like he
a
didn't
piece.
know how
The
to
gaming
move
footage was released. It was like one of the only gaming. It was like the only gaming footage released to the public of the game, so everybody watched it.
Oh my god, that's pretty sad. But the thing is, it doesn't make sense that you got stuck on the tutorial because you're probably watching it and getting super angry. You're like, just do what it tells you on the screen.
Or then
Yeah.
maybe he got nervous because he doesn't really play side scrollers, and he was just like, "Oh my gosh, are these people watching? Oh, I'm being recorded."
But the side scroller is like the original game. I
It's
mean,
like
that's
really easy, left, right.
left, right.
All you have to do is
right,
do what it
up,
tells you on the screen.
Left,
These are the
right,
cards
up.
we're talking about. So you have shot A, shot B, super, charm, and the
got
list.
it.
The list shows you what you need to do.
Heldeberg.
Yeah.
We'll see what else happens. I mean, we still got some more to do and see if something else new pops up. That's what I meant.
Looks like a really cool game. I mean, the art looks amazing. So
Oh, and there's mausoleums, and you kill ghost.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah. I think that was in the other
It's in the
footage.
beginning, yeah.
The
Who
other
cares?
footage you took.
I like that. I like how he had the hands though. The hands are really cool. He's like, look at my hands. Ooh, who's this
I
blue
hate
guy?
that ball thing.
That ball thing was horrible.
I hate that thing.
It's Woody Woodpecker.
Well,
That's where you buy your merchandise from. I honestly don't remember where the
it was like
mausoleum
more in the
is.
beginning. It was like maybe after we defeated.
Yeah, there was
the
a lot. There was a
casino
lot put
guys.
into this game. I can just tell.
Like yeah, we talked to that guy, and then we went to the.
It's just so much going on, and like look at the scene right here. Like look at the background. Like how many things are going on.
right
It's
there.
Oh, it's right here. This is mausoleum. We were confused at what to do at first. Oh, we figured out. This is where we figured out. So the mausoleum, we forgot to mention, it's run and gun, but you also have a parry. The
Yeah.
parry is anything pink on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
You double jump on. Like basically, you jump, and remember how in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, you have a flash, or you had that shield. You had like a second ability. You
Yes.
basically want to use the flash, like double jump when you hit the parry thing, the pink thing, and then you'll bounce off of it.
That's
always
pretty cool.
always comparing stuff.
No, I think I saw the parry when you guys were doing
That's
the
the only
tutorial.
other example I could
Because
think
I
of
saw
that
you
game
stole
mechanic.
Ellie's parry in the tutorial.
Oh yeah.
You waited for the third one to go and you just did it. I was like, dang.
So sometimes the bosses will shoot you a pink thing and you can bounce off of it. And the advantage of doing that is not only sometimes they'll be able to reach something further above you, but it'll also give you a card. The card is, if you get 5 cards, you have the super, which is like the whole big thing when I'm shooting my milk at that giant
or the nuke
bee or whatever it was.
yeah.
And then the other one is where you shoot the little Kamehameha thing. Like that's just going to be one card.
Do you ever drink the other person's milk?
That's pretty cool.
No.
I like it. I think it's a really beautiful game, and I really can't wait to try it. I may buy it on Steam, so let's see how it is.
like
how much is it going for right now?
$20.
It's not bad. $20.
That's not bad at all.
I think it's way worth the
I
price.
feel like this game could easily I would pay $30.
Is it
if
better?
Not 40.
Is it a better deal than buying 1-2 Switch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. So there you go. Nintendo, we love you, but this game should be your marker for pricing.
Yeah, they should really release this on Nintendo Switch. It's kind of sucks for the developer that they don't have on there, but as soon as they release it, I know it'll be really popular on Switch.
Sounds good.
Let's move on to the next story topic or topic.
Next topic of the week.
Story topic. Topic of the week is gonna be. It's going to be about SNES Classic.
The SNES Classic.
The thing that Sohail got that he's going to be very excited to talk about right now.
So the SNES Classic Edition, or the SNES Mini, is Nintendo's follow-up to the NES Classic Edition, which emulates games for the console. So basically, it's a mini computer. The console that comes with a set list of games built into the system and is not able to play cartridges, though it looks like it can, but it can't. So that's the cool part about it. You can't really play cartridge games with it. If you can lift it, go a little higher. There you go. It looks like a console, but it's tiny. So it's about the size. I want to say about the size of an original console. So the games that came with this system is Contra 3: The Alien Wars, Donkey Kong Country, one of my favorite games, Earthbound, which I didn't really play on original Super Nintendo. You got Final Fantasy 3, which is good. Kirby's Dream Course, which I think Ellie would love.
Kirby?
Yeah, Kirby's Dream Course is pretty fun. What the heck? What did you just do to him?
You're trying to shoot me out of the way so you can
right
play.
in my way.
Okay. You also get Kirby Superstar, Mega Man X, which is one of my favorite Mega Man games. Secret of Mana. You got Star Fox, which is good. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting, which is good.
Yeah, that's always good.
Castlevania 4. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which is freaking hard as balls. I remember playing that when I was a kid. Actually, my dad was better than I was when I was a kid. Super Mario Kart, the good one.
The original?
Really good. Yeah, the original.
I'm sorry. Really Secret of Mana is really, really good too. You talked about that just a second ago,
Yeah.
I know, but that was a really, really good game.
I never played it, so it's something I need to play.
Yeah, you need to play that. It's really good.
Super Mario Kart, I just said. Super Mario RPG, Legends of the Seven Stars.
It's really cool that Super Mario RPG is on here because that never came out on the Super Virtual Console.
Oh, Virtual Console.
Yeah.
And then you get Super Mario World is one of the games you get. Super Metroid is another game, which is great. It's the original Metroid. That game is amazing. I remember when I played it when I was a kid. Super Punch-Out, when you get to fight Mike Tyson kind of character. Then you also get Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, which is really a great game itself. And one of the games I borrowed from my first original game I've ever borrowed from any of my friends was Yoshi Island. The original Yoshi's Island. And you also get one game that was never released.
Star Fox
2. So you get to play Star Fox 2, which was never released for the SNES. That's pretty cool.
It's interesting, though, that Japanese Super Famicom version gets some games that we don't have here, like the Fire Emblem and the Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
I think Fire Emblem's more of a JRPG type, isn't it? Like,
kinda. It's kind of more like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah. It's just the only thing is that was more popular in Japan than it was here. It's really popular on DS now.
Yeah. It's taken off a lot more now.
The console is distributed in 3 variations featuring the unique design of the original systems, released in Japan, North America, and Europe. While the North America release features an appearance based on the straight-angled gray and purple design of the SNES, which I had originally with a penny in it, because my brother put it in there. The Japan and PAL regions released a modeled after the round edges of the Super Famicom design and originally released in these regions. PAL is in Europe, and the Japanese console was released, obviously, in Japan.
NTSC is ours.
Yeah, NTSC is ours.
No.
So initially, the console was similar hardware to the NES Classic Edition. It uses an all-winner R16 system on a chip with an ARM Cortex A7 central processing unit. And
so just like a phone?
Yeah, like a phone. Basically, like a mid-tier. I don't know what tier it is, but it's a new phone. So whatever.
ARM processor.
Central processing unit and an ARM 400 MP2 graphics processing unit. It also includes 512 megabytes of flash storage and 256 megabytes of DDR3 memory.
So that's a low amount of memory, but I guess we don't need much more than that.
Yeah, this is 8-bit games. You don't need much for those. But
it's still more powerful than N64.
Yeah, it's more powerful than the N64. So you could put N64 games on here. I've heard of hackers doing that. People putting games on N64, putting more games on it. It is basically a phone. You can play Super Mario games on your Android if you wanted to, on the little virtual console you can install. So you could do that on your Android too. The system features an HDMI display output and 2 controller ports, 2 wired NES controllers that are bundled with the system. The controllers basically use a same port input as the Wii Nunchuck. But the controller ports are hidden, the new controller ports are hidden in the faux front flap, which is designed to appear like the original SNES controller ports. Similarly, the predecessor's controllers, the Super NES Edition controllers have connectors that can be inserted into a Wii remote. That's really interesting.
Yeah, so you can actually use it to play games on the virtual console with these controllers.
Yeah, but I don't see myself doing that. But I'm sure other people will.
Switch, you don't have a Wii U.
Yeah,
and Switch isn't compatible with those kinds of things. So.
Can you grab me the controller? So, the cool thing about it is you get the controller, and this is Tommy's original controller, which came with the original port, which makes me so nostalgic. This is the original.
Well, it has something that looks like the port, but it's not the port.
Yeah, but it's tinier than this.
Yeah.
But hey, this feels so much better than them.
Really?
Feel the one in front of you and feel this one.
This one feels really this controller.
The controller feels really grainy compared to that.
Yeah, it does. It's hard. Like I feel like I have to really press.
It doesn't have as much wear and tear. I think that's what it is.
No,
that's what makes it more squishy.
Oh, I like the squishiness.
Tommy's like eating over the control and stuff over time. I'm just kidding.
I think it's because you played it. That's why.
Yeah.
Since you played it, you gave it some the buttons a push, and it feels
that silicone.
It feels good.
The silicone has more wear and tear to it.
Yeah. It's not as like bouncy, which I like it to have a little give when I play.
I didn't play this all that much, so I don't know.
No, I'm just saying that you played it a little bit. So
it's also really old.
Put a push. Ooh, he's going crazy. So the system features again just 2 new ports, similar, and it can be used to play Super NES games on the Wii and the Wii U Virtual Consoles. So if you really want to play Virtual Console Super NES games, you can do it.
Yeah. So something that kind of sucks though is it doesn't have full HD output. It just does 720p.
Right.
Which kind of sucks.
Well, it's better than whatever. It's not. It would never have been whatever. I don't want to say anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to look much better.
It's not going to be that big of a difference, but I know it's not like it's going to be.
It's not like the graphics will get even better.
A little bit. They'd be a little bit more crisp.
Okay, they'll be a little.
It's not going to be
crisper.
like a huge night and day difference.
Yeah. The console uses a Linux operating system and runs a set of emulator developed by Nintendo's European Research and Development Team. These emulators provide the basic compatibility with the Super NES system and for specific games chipset that were included on the cartridges, such as Super FX chip used for Star Fox. Nintendo has been criticized for the lack of availability of NES Classic Editions, so that's why some of the NES Classic Editions are going for over $100 right now, or even up over $200, is because Nintendo is releasing, like their old original selves, if you didn't know this, release limited amounts of product so that it feels like there's a rarity or scarcity of the items, just like they're doing with the Switch right now, right?
Yeah.
So they did it with the NES Classic, and they're going to do it with the SNES Classic. It's not like it's very expensive to build these. They're like cheap phone sets with like a nice plastic cover on them, right?
Interior, just like really cheap phone, yeah. While the exterior is really what makes it really cool.
Yeah.
The exterior is what looks cool.
The system inside is pretty much a Raspberry Pi, right? It's not the same. It's not the same thing, but it's pretty much you could do it with a Raspberry Pi if you wanted to.
Yeah. People are actually taking the contents out of these and putting Raspberry Pis in sometimes.
Yeah,
so because they want to do whatever they want with it.
Yeah. And then
Raspberry Pis probably have better specs than this actually.
Yeah. But the Raspberry Pis, you can do a lot more with it. You can make that into a crazy.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind Raspberry Pis and the software you put onto it. It may not. They don't put as much development time into it's all homebrew stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Nintendo's taking their time, make sure everything works the way it's supposed to work. So they've also made the shell as best they can. So everything in here is tested for you and made sure it's working 100%. While if you run an emulator somewhere else, it's not going to have that amount of development time in it.
Right.
Make sure everything works the way it's supposed
crashes
to.
And all that crap.
There should be some effects that don't work properly, and sometimes the game crashes or freezes. With this situation, I mean, they've tested it all. It all works, and they're selling it to you. So, you can't really compare it to
I'm not
homebrew.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you could do it with an emulator, but it doesn't feel as crisp or as polished. The Nintendo has been criticized, like we said, about the NES Classic Edition, which they sold 2.3 million units, which is amazing for like a limited run item.
Yeah,
they sold a lot of units.
Yeah,
and between November 2016 and April 2017. Having not been prepared for the console's popularity, because I think people waited in line in front of Best Buys and Targets for these things.
Yeah, well, the same thing happened with Wii, but there was a lot more Wiis than this.
I remember that I was at a GameStop and they said that they're selling these, but it's only one per family, and that they were gonna check IDs and make sure you don't have it was really intense, the rules for it.
Yeah, scalpers are crazy with this. That's why.
Yeah, the thing is that what happens is there's a fake economy that's built off of these where people go out there and they say people really want them because of the nostalgia, and people go in there and they basically but build off people's nostalgia factors and say, all right, you really want this? Well, I bought one, 3 of them, and you're going to have to buy one for $200 now because there's none left.
Yeah, well, I remember I was waiting out in line in the cold for the Wii. Remember I got there at 5 a.m. or something for them to open up.
You also did it with the Wii Switch,
10.
Nintendo Switch.
I also did it with the Switch. Not as many people in line for that, but the Wii was fun because... And the Switch is the same situation. Everybody was there for the Switch. They're not going to sell it to anybody.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing from people that were waiting in line for the SNES that is a lot different conversation. Everybody in line was saying not how much that they like the games and how they're excited to play the games. They're saying, "Oh, I'm going to make so much money off of this together." Yeah, so it's become the hot thing to scalp.
Yeah, it's because
people buying it don't even necessarily like the console.
Yeah, the thing that was really funny to me was that the people that I know people out there that bought 4 of these units and they just want to sell all 4. So that's what I meant by a fake economy being built. Yeah, and it's you have this. People assume there's going to be a huge want, but there's not really a huge want because scalpers bought a lot of the units.
Yeah.
So basically, Nintendo originally said although they were prepared to produce significantly more Super NES Classics than NES Classics, they will be halting production at the end of 2017. Due to overwhelming demand, Nintendo changed their plans. With Nintendo of America CEO Reggie Fils-Aimé not only confirming they continue production of the system through 2018, they also confirmed that the return of the NES Classic, so those scalpers can shove it up their butts. That's basically what he's saying.
So they're making more then.
Yeah, so they basically what they did
more than before.
Reggie Fils-Aimé even said if you're paying, not Reggie Fils-Aimé, but
I might buy one of these of each.
You're going to buy both?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
like it that much.
I don't know if
I do. I love the classic ones.
I don't think you're gonna want to buy the NES Classic because I don't think it's any games you played. So
I know.
I'm just saying if you want to buy it,
but I won't be able to. I love this style of
side scrollers.
Yeah.
I think what you should do, what Reggie Fils-Aimé, I don't know if it was Reggie Fils-Aimé, but Nintendo said if you're paying over $80 for this item, you're overpaying because that's the original price.
Yeah.
So,
you know what this reminds me of?
What does it remind you of, Ellie?
All the Disneyland stuff that people sell overpriced.
Like your Oogie Boogie?
Like my Oogie Boogie.
So, Reggie Fils-Aimé also said that he discouraged customers from buying the scalpers and said that there will be plenty of stock at the NES and the NES Classic. So SNES and NES. So basically, Reggie Fils-Aimé is being awesome by doing that because all those people that do scalping, not only do I dislike what you do because you want to make a couple $100, but you also hurt people's hearts because some people really want to play these, and you're building a fake economy by buying a stock. And the people that buy like 7 or 8 of these,
you're just making money off of someone else's work.
No, that's true. You're right. They're making money off somebody else's
you don't
work.
deserve like extra money for it. You didn't do shit for it.
What they're doing is they're basically building that's what I'm saying. They're doing a false, economy by doing, supply and demand.
It's a black market.
So what they do is they buy all the supply, and there's still a small demand, and they're like, I want one. Well, all of them are $200 now, so have a great day. So that's the sad part. So when Nintendo said that, it basically ruined the economy. Because like, we'll make more of these, so you guys just wait.
So how much are these right now?
These are $80. So
each one, right?
Yeah, each one is $80. So
Classic and the Super Nintendo.
Yes. My brother actually waited in line for me. Thank you, Suha, for waiting for me. And he bought it for me, and I paid him $73 for it because he got a discount at Target.
Nice.
So, a fun little fact about this. On July 21st, 2017, the console was mistakenly made available for pre-order at Walmart. Whoops. That's really bad because it came out October 2017. And due to a technical glitch, all the pre-orders were canceled in July 26th, leading to widespread criticism. So, let's talk about some of the titles and when they were originally released.
Well, didn't we talk about the titles earlier?
Yeah, I just want to tell you when they were released.
Oh.
So, Contra 3, The Alien Wars was released in 1992. I was born already. Donkey Kong Country was born in 1994. My brother wasn't born yet. Final Fantasy 4, actually, I think it's 4, right? Not 6. 4 was 1994. F-Zero 1991 for the US and 1990 in Japan. 1996 for Kirby Superstar.
At the time, it was marketed as Final Fantasy 3 here.
Oh, okay.
But it's Final Fantasy 6.
Oh, Final Fantasy 6. So they put Final Fantasy 3 on the box.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's because we had Final Fantasy 1 and 2, and they were not a hit at all here. But then they kind of started trying to get us to play the RPGs, and eventually it grew on us. So they said, okay, let's try Final Fantasy. But we can't name it 6 because none of those were out here, so they named it Final Fantasy 3.
Yeah, then you got Mega Man X, which was released here in 1994.
And then all of a sudden we had Final Fantasy 7.
Wow. Final Fantasy 7 was the big one.
Yeah.
That's what got everyone on it. Star Fox 1, was released in 1993. Star Fox 2 was never released. Super Golds and Ghosts, which is a super hard game, which you just did a little gameplay of. I don't know how you did that.
Oh, it was a preview thing.
That thing is freaking hard.
It's a really hard game. I really liked it though. The graphics were great.
Yeah. Super Mario Kart 1992. Super Mario World, which was released in 1991 and 1990 in Japan. And 1996, Legend of the Seven Stars Super Mario RPG was released. That's the latest game, or the youngest game on this list.
Yeah. Can I say Earthbound is one of my... I didn't ever own SNES, but I really like Earthbound.
Look at you. In love. The following 5 games are exclusively just for the Japanese console. Look at you, in love. Earthbound was only for the Japanese console. Originally released.
Oh, originally released, yeah.
1995 for the Earthbound, Kirby's Dream Course, 1995, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Hyper Fighting, 1993, Castlevania 4, 1991, and Super Punch-Out, 1994. These games were for the Famicom version only. And... sorry, that was for the Famicom. The ones that below were just for the Western. Earthbound through Punch-Out was just for the Western market. The Japanese only were Fire Emblem, Legend of the Mystical Ninja, Panel del Pon, Super Soccer, and Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers. So not that many games. But this is actually really cool. Will, can you start up one game for me specifically?
What game?
Start up Star Fox 2. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my god, those boxes. Remember buying these boxes? They're like this size.
And they get destroyed really quick.
Yeah.
I remember I never had these boxes, but I had the ones from... Oh, you can't unlock it. Clear stage 1 is Star Fox.
Stage 1 is Star Fox.
Whoa.
Oh, get over it. We're done.
How do you unlock it?
You have to play one of the stages from the original Star Fox.
The music is great.
Yeah, well, there's something I miss from when I'm playing my Switch is they don't have any background music. That's something I miss. I miss the Nintendo background music. Like with the Wii U, they had background music on everything that was enjoyable. But Switch, nothing.
Yeah, I think I enjoy the Switch's stuff. I think the only biggest failure with the Switch is the multiplayer.
Oh yeah.
So what do you rate this?
This thing is just nostalgia. You can't rate these. If you want to say something about ratings on this,
Rate the creationness of it. What?
honestly, it's nothing new. I can get all these games on my computer as an emulator, but they're not as crisp and clean.
But being in this console brings back.
It brings back memories. That's the thing.
And it's cool.
But here's the thing.
It's very portable too.
I still have mine at home, but I don't have all my cartridges because I sold them all. Most of them.
Oh,
You
how
sold
sad.
them all to buy a locket for the necklace?
What?
I'm waiting for
That's what I'm talking about. I sold all of those for my PlayStation.
Are they gonna make a Nintendo 64 of this?
They probably will.
Because that's the one I missed the most. Because my controller's all broke.
I think they're gonna
play that the most.
But that's the problem with the N64 controller is they break easily with the joystick. But the problem is that
no, it's because we threw them out of anger.
What anger? From what? Mario Party?
No.
From?
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. I lost skin on my hand from playing Mario Party with the N64. Because when you take the game when you have to throw somebody like this.
That's Mario 64. When you have to throw Bowser in a circle. And
I know that there was that, but it was in Mario.
I really want to play
Party.
Mario 64.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
So long, maybe.
But that wasn't the reason why I lost skin on my hand. It was because
you're crazy. That's nobody loses skin on
Mario Party. You do it with the joystick.
Oh yeah, when you had
and you do that, and all of a sudden I look at my hand, my skin was gone. I was like, oh. And I look at a hole. My mom was like, "Oh, you smoking cigarettes?"
What I'm looking forward to is N64 controllers with the joystick that doesn't break.
I also played my first Star Wars game on N64, which was Pod
But
Racing.
anyway, what I'm gonna leave it
That
to you
was
guys now with is Ellie is gonna talk about some confessions.
I don't know if I want to. Today.
These are our confessions.
It's a confession.
Come on, Ellie. We got a confession. What is it?
What is the confession?
I don't think it's a confession.
He confessed something to us. What did he confess?
Of love.
I just want to.
What is it about, Ellie?
Well, the past few weeks we've had this Pacific Ocean of fishes.
What?
What are you talking about?
Are you drunk?
Yeah.
When Ellie,
I spiked my monster.
Oh,
that's why.
And lots of chocolates. Anyways, this is a person called Husky Dante.
Ooh, you say it like that. He's gonna be.
No.
Not too late. Oh man! Followed by that no. It's game over.
What did Husky Dante say?
Well, he's been kind of wanting me to do my own thing. I don't know why. You still haven't really replied why.
What's his name?
Because he wants to talk about alien stuff.
What's his name?
You want to talk about alien stuff, but why alien stuff? Are you an alien? Because I'm an alien.
What's his name?
What is your real name? And send a selfie.
Okay.
Why?
Of your face.
Oh,
good cover. Good cover. Good
I
cover.
want to know if
Ellie,
you're a husky dog.
Ellie, you're asking for trouble.
No, do it.
You just said send me a selfie. When
Of your face.
When girls say send me a selfie, usually it's in the South region.
That's what she said. Of your face.
He might say that looks like on my face.
What?
That is my other head.
Hey, you know who's gonna see it first? William.
Yeah, William will see it first.
Yeah.
William will filter it for us.
yeah. Thanks, Ellie.
So, Will, what color was it?
I don't see anything on the tweet, so I'm not in charge of that.
Anyway, so he tweeted us what?
So he tweeted this. So last episode we talked about Game of Thrones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I guess he saw the video or just our post, and he tweeted us to let us know that he wanted to confess he really loved the latest cover art we had for Game of Thrones. One part in particular.
Ooh.
So
What's that part?
So he said, "Oh my gosh, so good! Love that photo."
and I was like, "What photo?"
Stop,
and he said,
get the
"This one." And it's a zoom in of Ellie's face on the Game of Thrones,
but it's like
where we have the different faces, and he cropped out to just Ellie's face.
Can we take that off now?
I tried to make my own because I wanted to show you in a post, but it didn't work.
Mine's probably the funniest face of all.
Nah, it's the ugliest face of all.
Wow.
Oh, did I say that out loud? I was supposed to say the thought bubble.
Jesus.
Anyways, that
telling
happened. Yeah.
So, Husky, what would you like to see Ellie do next?
Ellie, Husky, would you like a picture of Ellie as well?
Like,
what kind of a question is that?
oh, let me just say this. Like,
you just said give
I
her
like
a picture.
having
You want a picture,
fans, but when a picture of me is shown back at me, I don't like being in pictures. So when pictures of me are shown back to me,
that was actually a really cool cover art. I'll just say that much.
yeah, I did. I showed my mother this cover art because she's a big Game of Thrones fan. I just described the cover of like, do you remember that one season where it was like the faces? Oh yeah. And she's like, I remember that. And I show her this, and she's like looking at it carefully. Oh my gosh, is that you? And I'm like, yeah. It's like I didn't even think it was you.
Because Tommy didn't send a picture. We just sent a picture of him that we randomly had.
Yeah, that's why his mouth is halfway open because he's actually chewing on In-N-Out at the time, I think.
No, I wasn't. I was in mid-conversation.
He was actually chewing on pizza at Costco.
Costco
was
pizza.
That no.
Yeah, because he was like, and he goes,
the best part is that they say we need pictures, and then a minute later he posts that, and I don't even get to like put a photo in.
You still for the record, send something.
For the record, it was like 5 hours later.
Yeah, it was like 5 hours later that I put that on.
The liars are all conspiring against me.
But anyway,
it's like real Game of Thrones.
Husky Dante Husky.
Send me a picture of your face.
Yeah, because I just want to see the face of the victim.
What? Of the victim?
What? Excuse me? Are you murdering someone?
You're going to get abducted. Please run.
Yeah, you're going to get
She's alien probed.
I don't mind.
Are you going to be doing the probing? He may enjoy this.
I'm going to send some other alien friend to you.
That sounds like a threat.
You can discuss about aliens to them, and you don't tell me what to do.
This is so hostile. I don't know what you're doing.
Sure, whatever. You better answer.
So if anyone else wants to send this confession, what did he do?
I'll get there. I'm not done.
Oh, you got more? Okay, go ahead.
You got jokes.
I am waiting for the response to this.
You're gonna reaction?
I do not send pictures of myself back to me.
So we're gonna wait till he responds?
Yeah, right now.
Like right now? Like live?
Yeah, I know you're watching. I'm just kidding. Bye.
There's 2 people watching, but I don't know.
I don't think you're one of them. I don't know. Anyways, if you'd like to send us a confession, you can tell us right now. Or you can email us at contact@nerdconfessions.net or send us a tweet at nerdconfessions with the, with the O's, zeros, because we got to do that.
Zeros replacing the O's.
I said that.
I doubt he's watching right now because we're streaming on Sunday night, not Monday night when we usually do.
Oh, that's right.
That's true.
Because Sohail has a special thing he's doing, but that's
my
okay.
second.
Where are you going?
My second anniversary from.
You're going to Morocco, right?
No. What? Why did you say that, racist?
How was that racist?
You're going to Morocco, right?
It's
Brown
fucking
guy.
Africa.
It's like me saying, where are you going? Mexico?
How was that?
And then he puts on the shades.
Ellie is actually an alien, so she's not from Mexico.
And Morocco are beautiful places to visit if you go to the right place of those areas.
You sound like a crackhead.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to put you. Don't do it. Well, that wraps this week's confession. Join us next week for discussions and Husky's picture and opinions on things that pique our interest. If you have any confessions you would like to discuss, feel free to send it our way. As always, we would like to thank all our listeners and followers for tuning in, supporting us, share us, like us, review us, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Whatever. Every bit helps us grow.
Helps.
See, my alien accent comes out sometimes.
Oh, you have an alien accent now. Okay.
And don't forget, you can find our previous episodes and awkwardness and bonus content on nerdconfessions.net.
.net.
There's nerdconfessions.net. Go away. Bye.
What?
Play Cuphead. It's worth the time and effort.
I agree. What are we doing next week?
What are we doing next week?
Blade Runner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I got some news for Fandango Fan Shop. Yeah, you're gonna get it.
Just a teaser right now. Just a teaser.
I hate you.
Stay tuned for Blade Runner next week.
See you guys then.
Have a good day.
I kill someone with a blade.
Okay, we're out.